It's Rise and Shine with Lady C, where we uplift, educate, and motivate. Let's talk about life and faith, ministry, community, and so much more. I am Lady C, your host. Thank you for joining us every week right here on 1580thepraise.com. Family, we are talking about the rise of entrepreneurs and social media. More and more people are trying to be their own bosses. Approximately more than 25 million Americans are starting or running a new business. This report also shows that people are entering entrepreneurships because they are confident in their ability and believe that they are better opportunities in being their own bosses. Today, I have a special guest in the studio, an amazing young king in our community doing amazing and positive things. He is building legacy right before our eyes. You know, the ladies are always talking about walking in purpose. Well, we are talking to a young king that is building and blazing in his assignment. I am so honored to have a conversation with J.R. Richardson.
Wow,
welcome, J.R.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely.
That was a big introduction.
Oh my gosh, yes, absolutely. And J.R., he is part owner of Giovanni's Wings and Pizzeria in Whitehall, Ohio. Listen, let me tell y'all got to get down there. I'm telling you, their pizza is slamming. Okay, let me stay on topic here. So again, welcome to Rise and Shine, and thank you for joining me today. JR is a man of many talents, and you wear many hats.
Yes.
JR has been a part of our ministry, Unity Christian Fellowship Church, for several years. He is our drummer, a deacon, a trustee, a member, and he is just the real deal. He has been so instrumental at Unity, with JR Entertainment, bringing Men of God's Heart, Men of God's Heart, Kalante Gavin to Unity Christian Fellowship. And recently he was responsible for bringing Jermaine Dolly to Judah Christian Community Church. Shout out to Pastor Gerald Rice and First Lady Rice. God bless you all. Listen, saints, the children look up to you.
Thank you so
oh my gosh,
Thank
he
you.
is a mentor and a father figure to many. My own nephew, Aiden, he calls you his boss. He like, brother JR, that's my boss.
I love him so much,
my goodness,
man.
yeah. So you just have an impact on so many
Thank you
people.
so much.
So
Thank
JR, I want you to share with the family, who is JR and your journey to being an entrepreneur?
Well, I just want to say thank you for having me. I really appreciate being here. And who is JR? Well, my real name is Leslie Richardson Jr.
Okay, your government name.
Yeah.
All right.
Back at home in Mobile, Alabama, where I was born, grew up there, and we used to come back and forth to Columbus, Ohio, every summer. And my aunt, which is my mom, so my mom's side, her youngest sister, but I really took a hold of her. She was like a mom to me.
Okay.
She was like a mom to me, and they told me, my auntie told me I had purpose.
Wow.
She told me I had purpose young, and I didn't understand it. I didn't understand it till now. But she actually told me a story about me actually dying when I was born.
Okay.
And they said that my real mom and dad was praying.
Amen.
And she was the one that was hollering. My aunt was hollering, and they said that I had coughed.
Wow.
I had coughed and got a heartbeat. And they told me that story, and they told me he was a miracle baby.
Wow.
Got a lot of purpose.
Wow.
A lot of purpose. So I know I was here for a purpose.
Amen.
And from there, coming back and forth, and she always, I always cling to her.
Yeah.
And I said, when I graduate from high school, I'm gonna come stay.
Wow.
So I did graduate in 2002 from high school and came straight here. And then from there, it was wide open. She was like my mama.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
So talk to us about, so what made you decide, you know what, I want to work for myself. I want to do my own thing. So how did that transition happen?
Well, growing up, I always, from the family history, talking to my grandmother, she said that her dad was a entrepreneur.
Wow.
Had his own business.
Okay.
And she said, I think it don't skip generations. It probably hit you.
That's good.
It probably hit you. And I was like, okay, because, back in the day, when I was younger, I used to sell lemonade. I was selling lemonade. I made a stand. We made a tree. We made a tree house, and we had a little sitting area in there. Wow. And from there, I was making lemonade, and I was selling it out to kids.
Wow.
It wasn't the best. It wasn't the best, but I she knew then. She was like, yeah, he go be something.
Wow.
He really go be something. And it wasn't until I got around some good people like my aunt, Mr. Campbell, you know what I'm saying, Anthony Campbell. That's a real mentor of mine that I met here in Columbus, Ohio.
Wow.
That really said it wasn't us. You already kind of had it in you.
Wow.
We kind of just put you in an environment to push it out.
I like that. Put you in an environment to push it out.
Yeah.
That's good.
And so from there, I started learning different things and service.
Wow.
Serving. I seen how my aunt just served people, love people.
Yeah.
Even she had a big heart, big heart. And even when people did her wrong, she still,
see, that was a real saint.
Yeah. And
real saint.
And I learned a lot from her.
That's awesome.
I learned a lot from her, and I was just watching what she was doing, and how she treated people, how she used to help families that was unfortunate.
Yeah.
And I took a lot of that in.
Wow.
I took a lot of that in when I moved here. Trying to go to Ohio State University, but I didn't go in time, take my ACT in time, so I went to DeVry instead. But she was just teaching me life lessons, and growing up, just seeing how she did things and the struggle, struggle of black families, especially in the church, I seen that growing up, and I said, hey, come on now, if what is it that the other families know? And I'm not calling white and black issue or not, but what is it that they know that we don't know? That's
good. That's a great question.
And I always asked that question. I was always looking. I was always listening, and I wanted to figure out, like, it's something that they know that we don't know, or is it something that they are applying that we're not applying? Is it some information that they have that we don't have? What is it?
That's
what
good.
is it? And I was seeking.
Wow.
I was really seeking. I was trying to understand. I was trying to really get it. And I don't know if it was a secret, but nobody. I guess they're not teaching it in school. That I had to get close to someone to really see to find out.
You had to have that example.
And I had some examples in front of me.
Yeah,
I did. Again, going back to Mr. Campbell, meeting him.
Wow.
He was a regional vice president with a financial company, but he was like more of like a father too.
Okay.
And being young, coming out of high school, going to college, we got a lot of ambition, a lot of goals. We going it right now, and just watching him, how he took care of his family, all the way around, well rounded, took care of his kids, always in his kids' life, took care of his wife, took care of his mom, his dad, and then had a business. I didn't understand. I was like, I don't get it.
Okay,
I need to learn. I don't. And I was just soaking it all in.
That is awesome. Oh my goodness. And those people that God allows to be in our life, and for our family members, that they did it their own way. I think about my grandmother. She didn't have an education, but you know what, Brother JR? She sold dinners.
Yes.
She sold pie.
Yes.
She used to sell her homemade baked goods at Parkland grocery store in Canton, Ohio. Then I think about my uncle Melvin. He opened up a restaurant. It was called Mel's Fish and Ribs in Canton, Ohio. This was years ago. So we have those examples, and now I think about how that spirit of entrepreneurship has fell on my younger cousin in Houston, Brandon. Shout out to Brandon, who now has a restaurant called the Chicken Heaven. And I can't wait to get down there and try some of that. So it's just it's in our blood. It's in our blood. That's awesome. So JR, tell us, what other businesses do you operate?
Well, I have my hand in a few things. I do own a few vending machines. I think last time I counted, it was like 15.
Come on now.
15 and 16. And, I just did that too for my kids. For my kids. And even if they don't want to do it, we can get it to a point where we can, I wanted them to go to school, get an education, but also learn how to earn a dollar. I also have a few other investments that I have in Alabama, Mobile, Alabama.
Wonderful.
That's a family oriented thing too.
So you're doing like Bishop T.D. Jakes teach about having multiple streams of income. Come on now.
Yeah, absolutely. Because I wanted to get to the point where when we was always thinking about money and struggling and trying to pay the rent. Now we get into a point where we not worrying about that anymore.
That's good.
Now we serving, and how can we get better? And then we got another ideal to help this generation and things like that. So we it wasn't about the money. It wasn't about the money. With my aunt, and another thing with Mr. Campbell, it was always people first.
Yeah.
Serving.
Yes.
Then the money would follow.
Yeah. And I'm like, okay, people. You said serving, and then the money will and
follow.
then the money will follow.
If you follow the money first, then you start doing
help the people, help them.
You when it's all about the money, when you think I know you gotta take care of things.
Right.
I know you gotta pay your
Right.
bills. I know you gotta have things. But when you put that first, what happens is when you have that interaction with that customer, they can feel like if you trying to get over them or not, or really not sincere.
Yeah.
And they might not be your customer that long.
Oh, that's good.
So
That's
you got to
good.
keep that in mind. So it's got to be people first. You gotta make sure you can handle the problem. What's the problem? What's the issue? If you can solve that, then you can go to the next level.
That's good.
Yeah.
So let's talk about Giovanni's. Lord, let me tell y'all. Y'all better run, hop, skip, and get on down to Giovanni's Wings and Pizzeria. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
Every time I go, I get the turkey
pepperoni.
The turkey pepper. Ooh.
We get a lot of people loving the turkey pepperoni.
Absolutely delicious. So I understand this is a family business.
Yes,
Giovanni's is a family business. So tell us who is a part of Giovanni's leadership team. So tell us all the key players.
Yeah, so the key players of the leadership team is my Uncle Uncle Sean, and then you got my brother Rick.
Okay.
Uncle Sean was the visionary.
Cool,
He was the
okay.
visionary. And then I was more of like a silent partner.
Okay.
More like a silent.
Look at you. Silent.
I'm more like a silent partner.
I love it.
But they are the two main ones
Beautiful.
that's in front of everybody, and that's helping us and taking us and trying to franchise it.
And,
Yeah.
wonderful.
Yes. And then we just added on Pastor Moses.
Okay.
Real good guy. A lot of wisdom and a lot of vision, and to just get different ideas to take us to the next level that we need to go.
That's
So, yeah.
awesome.
So that's the part of the
awesome.
team right there. Yeah.
Okay. So what inspired the family? What was the dream? What inspired the dream to open Giovanni's?
Well, we me and my brother, he was sharing a dream to me. He was talking about it. But he used to own 3 Papa John's back in the day.
Wow. Yeah.
Papa Joe's. I'm sorry.
Okay,
Papa
Papa
Joe's.
Joe's,
Papa
okay.
Joe's. And so he kind of already knew the formula.
Okay,
and
gotcha.
how everything worked. And so when he brought it to our attention, and he came up with the Italian name of Giovanni's,
Yeah.
let's do it.
I love it.
Let's go.
I love it. Now you know me being me. I said, now who the baby in the family named Giovanni?
No, it was an Italian name.
I love it.
It's an Italian name, and
Okay.
that's why you get different names on the menu too from
Yeah.
the sauces that we have too.
Awesome.
So yeah,
Awesome. Yeah, I'm telling y'all got to get down there. I'm telling you, it's amazing.
Yeah.
I love it.
Thank you.
So, it's only logical that entrepreneurs take advantage of social media to reach out to consumers and market their services or products. So can you talk with us? How did you guys catapult Giovanni's social media presence?
Well, a big part of that was Minister Moses.
Okay.
He was a big part. We had matter of fact, we had actually met in the lobby, and we was actually talking about the Kalante concert.
Wow.
And he said, "Man, well, you ain't tell me." Just like he said, "Man,
Right.
you ain't tell me you had a pizza joint. What's going on? Why you ain't tell me about that?" He was like, "Okay, let me introduce you to my brother and stuff."
Okay,
like that.
gotcha.
And so he was like, "Man, I can make this happen." I was like, "I know. That's what we here. That's what we here now."
Wow.
And we gave him a shot that day. We gave him a shot that day because I already knew his work already.
Gotcha.
I already knew what he can do.
Okay.
I already knew he was real good as far as marketing and promoting
Okay.
things. But my brother didn't know him, or my uncle Sean didn't know him.
Okay.
And so on the spot right there, my brother said, "I'm gonna give you a shot.
Wow.
Tell me how much you want."
Talk about opportunity.
And I'm gonna give you a shot. And he has not let us down ever since. And it's going on a year. It's gonna be a year next month.
That is amazing.
Has not let us down. Has not let us
Wow.
down.
Oh my goodness.
And I know when we went viral,
Uh-huh.
because of the social media,
Wow.
his presence with the social media and everything, when we went viral, I know I got a call from my brother. He's like, hey, listen, where you at? I need you to get up here because we got to make 30 pieces
Oh my
at this
gosh.
time. Like, it was like that.
Wow. Just people would just started descending on Giovanni's.
Yes.
My
I want to
goodness.
say after we hired him and he did like a month, and then I think it was like Black History Month. I think it was on February or whatnot, and it just hit.
Wow.
Just hit. It was line at the door.
Oh my
We had
goodness.
to hurry up and get more staff. And
Wow.
It just went, and it was like that for a consistent of like 4 or 5 months.
Oh my goodness.
Consistent.
I know when I'm down there, I see everyone from every zip code, every everybody.
And they always saying that we seen you on Facebook. Is that you? Is that you on the? I say no. That's Rick. That's my brother. That's my older brother. That's not.
I love it.
They say all the time. Is that you? And man, we love your pizza and we love it, and we just seen it on Facebook.
Wow.
We just all the time.
Oh my goodness, so, that's so amazing to get to receive the love like that from the community. That is awesome. Yeah. Oh my goodness. So yeah, like I keep telling y'all, y'all better get down there. I'm telling you, tell them Lady C sent you down there. So let's talk about, for those people, oh my goodness, there are many of us, who, I don't want to say we disdain social media, but we can kind of, shy away from it, because we've just seen so many people. It's just too much information.
Yeah, I get it.
But, how can we embrace social media and utilize it to really bolster our businesses and even our church ministries? How can we use that to our advantage? Can you share a little bit about that?
I can. And from a standpoint of me personally, I thought the same thing too. I thought that, hey, at my age, I'm not saying that I'm old. I'm not saying I'm young
you're not.
either.
No, you're not.
But the younger generation has navigated, like my kids has navigated so much with social media and how it works. And I'm thinking, I'm like old school, kneecap to kneecap at the kitchen table. I want to see you face to face. I'm more of like that.
Right.
Because I want to feel you. I want to be able to feel you.
Absolutely.
But the younger kids, they like, hey, no.
Yeah.
It's everything is an app.
Yes.
Everything is Uber or they getting food. It's just this time. This day and age time. We had to make sure that we stay connected to the time.
That's good.
We gotta stay connected to the time, and so it's okay to change. It's okay to change and just evolve.
Absolutely.
And just be a part of it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So,
and we want to encourage people, some people are just like, well, where do I start? Just start right where you are at. Get your kids, have them start a Facebook page for you, have them get an Instagram. I know when I just started with, the Rise and Shine talk show, my sister Kayla and Kelly was like, where you at on Instagram? They were like, you need to get a presence. So, it's very beneficial. And I want to encourage those who have ministries, church ministries. And like Brother JR said, we have to stay relevant.
Yes.
And you have to have a social media, some type of presence. People want to know where you're located. Hey, they even just may want to sow a seed, give a donation, and they need to be able to know how to do that. Do you have a website, or even just on social media? Do you have a Cash App?
Yes, ma'am.
Give
Yes,
just
ma'am.
all those different things, So utilize those young people. I do, because some of the stuff I'm just like, okay, you know what? This is above my head.
I understand, and we have to, because that younger generation, they I guess they find out about us through Facebook and Instagram, and they keep, every time we come in, and it was like, man, I found out about y'all on Facebook, man. Y'all got the best pizza right now. Keep that going. But the older generation is more of like, I heard this from, and some of the older people that came in, I heard this from my grandbaby.
Wow.
My grandbaby was telling me about this, so I'm gonna come try y'all out. So we getting,
I love it.
But they not on social media though. They not on social media, and they hitting it from the younger generation, so they coming to try it out. So it's okay. It's okay for that change. It's not that bad. It's not that bad once you get some of these young people, get your grandkids or your kids or somebody younger.
There you go. That's the way it is. So, Brother JR, tell us. We're still in a pandemic. We're still navigating, and we're hearing that some of the numbers are increasing and things like that. But what did the pandemic teach you and your leadership team about entrepreneurship and social media during this pandemic?
Well, before the pandemic, and you heard about a lot of businesses going under, tanking and under, and that's coming from, not nothing against them, not talking about them or how they run their operation, but I know how I've been trained, and the person that trained us and taught us about the 10-10-80 rule. 10-10-80 rule. 10% tithes, 10% you got to put up, 80% you can do. You got to take care of your necessities or whatnot, or you can do the 20-80. The 20-80. So we still, some of them old concepts is just putting up. You got to put away. You got to save for a rainy day. You know about saving for a rainy day.
Absolutely.
That stuff still works.
Yes, because it's not a matter of if it's going to rain. It's a matter of when it's going to rain.
Absolutely.
That's
Absolutely.
good.
And when it rains, you want to be ready.
Absolutely.
Be ready.
We want to be prepared.
Yeah.
So talk to us about fear and stepping out in faith for those who have dreams, but I'm just like, oh, I don't know. But, fear is kind of gripping them.
Yes,
they
ma'am.
have a dream. They have a desire. There's something that they've been carrying for years
Yes,
in their spirit.
yes.
Talk to us about fear and stepping out in faith.
I think sometimes some people be in their own way.
Oh, that's good.
They're overthinking it.
That's good.
And what if? You're not gonna have it perfect on the first go round.
That's good.
Not. As you keep doing it, you'll get better and better at
That's
it.
good.
Better and better at it. But just step out. If you got an idea and you know you got an idea, you know it's gonna work.
Yeah.
Just try it out. Do some test runs. Do some trial and error. And it doesn't have to be perfect.
That's good.
I think we working on perfect. We want to be perfect. And
That's
we want it to be
good,
right. And we
JR.
don't want nobody talking about us. And we can't take the criticism of, hey, you got to change this piece of. This ain't right.
That's good.
You gotta take that.
Yes.
That's not. They're not badgering you. They're just saying, hey, listen, my piece wasn't right. It was burnt. I ain't have enough sauce on it. Can you change that? Listen to that. Don't get mad.
Right.
Don't get upset. And I think
Right.
that's where it is when we want to be perfect
Yeah.
and we want to be critiqued. And then next thing you know, you just in your head.
That's good.
Just in your head.
I
You
like
just gotta
that.
move.
You
just gotta
have to
move.
be able to receive constructive criticism.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
sometimes we struggle with that.
We do.
We take it personal. We get out what they say. I'm in
Ain't
my
our
feelings.
We in the feelings. And it's not.
Yeah.
They're just trying to help. They're just trying to help.
Absolutely.
They're just trying to help.
Absolutely.
And we want to grow. So
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So listen, this is a big one I have to ask you. Everybody want to be a boss. Everybody want to be a hustler.
Yeah.
So before, we pursue that dream and we got a 9-to-5, talk to us before we leave that 9-to-5, transitioning to entrepreneurship.
Yes,
What
ma'am.
advice would you share before leaving that 9-to-5?
Now, one advice that was shared with me and that I learned over the years when I was talking to Mr. Campbell, Anthony Campbell, shout out to him because he's in Houston, by the way. He in
okay.
Houston. Is you working your 9-to-5. And that's okay. But on your off hours, you gotta make sure you build your family name.
That's good.
On your off hours,
That's
make sure you
good.
build your family name, and don't be afraid of that.
That's good.
And make sure it's gotta be wise. Now, don't just some people jump out there.
Yeah.
And just, they haven't planned, because you got responsibilities.
That's
you got to
good.
make sure with
That's
your
good.
responsibilities that you still can make sure you take care of your mortgage.
That's good. Come on now.
Now, as time go on, you just got to make sure. I know one thing he told us that you got to make sure you got to put 3 to 6 months worth of income away,
Yeah.
just in case of emergency, anything that happen.
Yes.
You don't want to have this point where you living paycheck to paycheck to paycheck to paycheck.
Yes.
And things are like that. So, but you gotta make sure, you gotta have an exit plan, exit strategy.
That's good.
You gotta have an exit strategy.
That's good.
And you gotta keep working on it.
That's
And then
good.
once you know for sure that you can supplement your income, just go ahead and do it. But don't leave, on a bad note when you tearing stuff up, and you don't want to, don't leave like that. You don't want to leave like that.
I know there's a right way.
Yeah, it's the right way you can leave. It's the right way to leave, and don't
Absolutely.
leave like that because they might become your customers.
Come on now. It's a small world, brother.
Yes.
JR, I'm really learning. And sometimes we as people, I'm going to just say it, we burn
Bridges.
bridges. And it's just like you never know.
Yes, ma'am.
It's a small world and you never know where your blessing or where your opportunity, and you're going to have to circle around.
Circle back around, and then next thing you know, a couple of years later, that
My
same
God.
person that you did wrong, you gotta be back in their face again, and they gonna bring it right back up. They
Oh.
remember it. It's on the top. Don't think they not. Let me leave. I'm gonna be quiet.
Ooh, you getting something started up in here.
yeah.
But
So,
leave the right
lead the right way.
Do
Lead
things
the right way. You just do the things the right way.
Amen.
No
That's
matter how they
good.
do you.
That's
Just do it,
right. That's right.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. So, Brother JR, tell us who inspires you.
Oh, wow. My aunt, Shirley O's Russell. She's not here. She died 2 years ago. My aunt I was telling you about. She
Yes.
definitely inspired me. She brought the best out of me.
Wow.
She really taught me a lot of things about life. Mr. Campbell, Anthony Campbell, again, he's here in Columbus, Ohio, and he moved to Houston. You guys, for sure.
Wow.
The servitude and how you guys are just serving people and just helping people all the time.
Yeah.
I gotta give a shout out to Bishop Crump.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
Hey,
So,
Bishop Crump.
Yeah. So you guys definitely inspire me.
Oh, my goodness. And you inspire us, Brother JR.
Thank
You
you.
really do.
Thank you so
really
much.
do.
Thank you so much.
Wow. Oh, my goodness. So tell us, what are your goals? Where do you see yourself in the next 10 years?
My goals back then was, when I become 45, I'm going to be on this yacht and I'm gonna be retired. But it's changed. It's changed because even I get to a point where I feel like I reached my goal, I still got another ideal.
Yeah.
And I still want to keep working.
Yeah.
I still want to keep working. I want to see my kids grow up and be in their lives.
Yes.
Leslie and Madison, for sure, just being a great father to them.
Yes.
So,
That's
awesome. in a couple of years, it changes. It changes. It changes. It changes. As I got older, it changes. It changes because I got another idea. And what about this?
Yeah.
You think this will work? I think this will work. Let's keep going. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And shout out to your children again.
Leslie and Madison.
Hey, Leslie and Madison.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So as we wrap up, I want you to encourage our listeners, and especially our young kings, our young men who have a dream. They really have a desire. They want something different from what they have seen, what they have experienced. What encouraging words would you leave for these young men?
Man, young men right now today they got so much ambition. And so much courage.
Yeah.
They want to be their own person. I think they need guidance.
Okay.
Guidance. They want to be heard.
Yeah.
For sure. I know I said that about the person in promise and whatnot. Yeah. About the younger brothers want to be heard. Yeah. And I feel like they feel like we don't listen. We ain't listening to them.
That's good.
We ain't see them eye to eye with them and giving them a chance and an opportunity. Even if they do mess up, it's like people throwing them away. So when you throw them away, they feel like they ain't got nothing worth living for. Wow. And so I encourage them, man, never give up. Never give up. That's never good. Give up. Never give up. You always got to keep fighting. Even when it don't look bad, when it look bad and it hurts, still you got to go through it. Because you know what? When you build a muscle, you got to endure the pain. That's good. You got to endure the pain, and you just got to go through it. And you want to see the results, and when you see results, you be like, okay, now I see it now. Yes. Let me get back in there. I can take. I can take it now. I can take it now. So just, don't quit so fast. Yes, don't that's good. So I like that. That's it. So easy. I know. As soon as something happens, this happened and this happened. They just want to throw in the towel. Yeah, you can't. That's good. Really that's good. So, JR, let the listeners know, where is Giovanni's located? Let the people know. Yes, we are here 4151 East Main Street. We're on the corner of Yearling and Main Street, right next to the hotel right there. You can't miss us. You're going to see the big sign, Giovanni's Pizzeria. Come on down. We had a special going on for $10, a large pizza. One topping. But, yeah, check out the wings. We got the wings going on. Them garlic parmesan, Lord, have mercy. Oh my goodness, that's awesome. So we're can you give the pizza number, the number where they can place an order? The number is 614-928-3330. Again, that number is 614-928-3330. Awesome. So where can people connect with you all on social media? What are your social media platforms? JaviaPizzeria.com. We have a website. We actually on Instagram. We on social media. We on Facebook a lot. We on Facebook. Just Giovanni's. Just type in Giovanni's Pizzeria and you go see us pop up. You really go see us pop up. Yeah. Oh my goodness, JR. Thank you. Thank you for joining the Rise and Shine family on today. Family, be encouraged. If you have that dream, something that you've just been holding on, don't give up. Walk in it. Plan for it. Prepare for it. Thank God in advance for it. It will come to pass. Just keep on working that gift or talent, that business idea you have. Don't give up. And again, we want to thank Giovanni's Pizzeria and Wings for bringing us delicious food in the community. So be sure to place your order today. I'm your host, Lady C. Remember, with God, all things are possible. Remember, you have purpose, and it's time to rise and shine. Join us weekly here on 1580thepraise.com.